There was no escape. They had caught her in the act, a crime punishable by death. The law was clear, the sentence inevitable. And yet, as she was dragged through the streets, she could not have known that she was walking toward the greatest moment of mercy the world would ever witness. Before she was the woman thrown at the feet of Jesus, she was simply a woman with a past, a name, a story. She had not planned for her life to turn out this way. No little girl dreams of becoming someone whispered about in the streets. But life had been cruel, and survival had come at a cost. Born in a once happy home filled with warmth, with love, and having to lose all that she held dear early in life. Her father gone, her mother's struggles to provide, the slow unravelling of security, the desperate choices that followed, going into marriage on the wrong foundation because she didn't know better and not being able to stay faithful to her husband. Some say she was reckless, that she chased sin, welcomed it, but they do not know the nights she spent weeping, the moments she wished she could escape. They do not know the loneliness, the hunger, the shame. They only know what they see, and what they see is a woman who has broken the law. And so, the life she had fought to hold together shatters in an instant. She does not yet know that this is not the end of her story. She does not yet know that mercy is waiting for her in the dust. The temple courts were already filled that morning. Men and women had gathered to hear the teachings of Jesus, a rabbi unlike any other, whose words carried authority that even the religious leaders could not refute. Some had come to listen, others to challenge him. But no one was prepared for what would happen next. Suddenly, from a distance, the sound of shouting grows, shifting the attention of the crowd. A group of religious leaders appears, marching forward and dragging a woman behind them. Her face is streaked with dust and tears. Her body trembles, knowing what awaits her. The weight of her guilt is heavy, but the weight of their judgment is heavier. The law is clear. Adultery demands punishment, and punishment means death. They push her forward, and she stumbles, falling to her knees in the dust at the feet of Jesus. The Pharisees had not brought her here out of a sense of justice. This was not about righteousness. It was about a trap, a test, not for her, but for Jesus. And in that moment, one of the Pharisees steps forward, his voice loud enough for all to hear. "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. The law of Moses commands us to stone her. What do you say?" The crowd falls silent. This is no ordinary question. It is a challenge, a dilemma carefully designed to corner the teacher they so despised. If Jesus speaks against the law, he will be accused of defying Moses, and his credibility as a teacher will crumble. If he upholds it, he will be just another voice of condemnation, no different from the rest. Either way, they believe they have him trapped. But Jesus does not answer. Instead, he kneels, and with quiet deliberation, he presses his fingers into the dust. The crowd watches in silence. A question lingers in the air. What is he doing? The religious leaders glance at each other, confusion flickering across their faces. They had expected outrage, a heated debate, an argument to discredit him. But instead, he draws in the dirt, his movements slow, intentional. The whispers begin. What is he writing? Some step forward, straining to see, but the dust holds no answers, not yet. Again, they press him. What do you say? Only then does he lift his head. His eyes meet theirs, not with anger, not with approval, but with something far more piercing. Understanding. Truth. And he speaks, not in condemnation, not in defense, but with a single sentence that shatters the air like a stone dropped into still water. Let the one who is without sin throw the first stone. The words hang in the silence, heavy as the stones in their hands. The judgment they had prepared for her now turns inward. Each of them, standing in the presence of truth itself, must face their own reflection. One by one, the stones begin to fall. First, from the oldest among them, then another, and another, until the only sound is the quiet retreat of footsteps fading into the distance. They came to condemn, but in the presence of Jesus, Their own guilt was undeniable. At last, the woman lifts her head. She is alone. Only Jesus remains, the one who could have condemned her, the one who had every right to judge her, the one who spoke, not with accusation, but with mercy. "Woman, where are your accusers? Has no one condemned you?" She looks around, as if seeing for the first time that she is free. "No one, Lord." His words are gentle, but they carry the weight of eternity. "Then neither do I condemn you. Go, and sin no more." She does not understand it, not fully. Mercy like this is foreign, a love that does not demand a price. She had expected death, but he had given her life. And in that moment, she is no longer just the woman caught in adultery. She is someone seen, someone forgiven, someone redeemed. She rises. The dust clings to her robes, but she no longer carries the weight of shame. She walks away, a woman forever changed. These words did not just spare her life, they gave her a new one. They did not leave her in shame, but lifted her in grace. Jesus did not ignore her sin, but he did not let it define her. He gave her something greater, a chance to change, a chance to be free. This is the power of a gentle response, a response that does not ignore truth, but speaks it with love. A response that does not destroy, but restores. Jesus shows us that mercy and justice are not opposites. They are intertwined in the heart of God. In a world quick to throw stones, quick to judge, may we learn from Jesus, the one who spoke truth, but never without love, the one who had all authority, yet chose mercy, the one who reminds us that a gentle answer does not mean weakness, it means power under control. And in that, we find the true heart of God. This is more than a story from ancient Jerusalem. It is the story of all of us, of every heart that has known guilt, every soul that has felt the weight of judgment, every person who has believed they were beyond saving. The world may throw you away. It may condemn. It may judge. But Jesus does something different. He kneels beside you. He sees your shame. And then, with a love that defies understanding, he offers you something greater than you ever dared to hope for. Mercy.